There's a quiet kind of excitement that bubbles up when we plan a trip, especially when it's just for ourselves. No deadlines, no distractions, just you and the road ahead. But for those of us in our 60s and beyond, that excitement is often laced with a soft whisper of worry. What if I forget my medication? What if something happens when I'm alone? That's why a little planning, especially for your health, can make all the difference. Not just for your safety, but for your peace of mind. Because a well-prepared body brings a free, fearless spirit. This isn't about fear, it's about freedom. The kind that comes from knowing you've done everything you can to care for yourself before you go. So today I want to walk you through a simple 7-day checklist. Nothing complicated, nothing overwhelming. Just small steps that will help you pack not only your suitcase, but your strength, confidence, and calm. Day 1, medical check-in. The first step toward a safe and fulfilling solo trip isn't booking your hotel or packing your bags. It is sitting down with the one person who knows your body, use history, better than anyone else, your doctor. At this stage in life, you've likely learned to listen to your body in ways you never did when you were younger. A small ache means something. A skipped meal doesn't bounce back as easily. And medications, they're no longer optional. They're a part of the rhythm of your life. So before you set foot on that airplane or board that train, it's time to do a full medical check-in. Not just for clearance, but for confidence. Start by booking an appointment at least a week before your departure. Tell your doctor clearly, I'm going on a solo trip. I want to make sure I'm fit, safe, and prepared. This isn't just a routine visit. It's a travel-specific assessment tailored to your age, your health history, and the type of trip you're taking. Here's what you might want to review together. Vital signs, blood pressure, heart rate, weight. Even slight shifts can be meaningful. Medication review. Are all your prescriptions still the right dosage? Should any be adjusted for time zone differences or altitude? Mobility check. Can you comfortably walk short distances, carry a light bag, or climb stairs if needed? Recent symptoms. Have you been more tired lately? Had any dizziness, shortness of breath, or digestion issues? Vaccinations. Depending on your destination, a flu shot, COVID booster, or travel vaccines might be recommended. Don't hesitate to ask, is there anything I'm overlooking that could become a problem while traveling? Some seniors choose to request a written medical summary. This one-page document lists your current diagnoses, medications, allergies, and emergency contacts. It's especially useful if you're traveling abroad or have complex health needs. Keep a printed copy in your wallet or with your passport, and a digital version on your phone. And one more thing, talk about travel insurance. Your doctor can help you decide what level of coverage you might need, especially if you're managing a chronic condition. You may also want their help filling out any forms for pre-existing condition waivers, which some travel insurers require. This check-in isn't about doubting yourself. It's about honoring your body. When you care enough to ask questions, gather information, and plan ahead, you're telling your future self, I want you to feel good, safe, and strong wherever you go. Because true freedom isn't just being able to travel. It's being able to travel with peace of mind. Day 2, medications and prescriptions. If your suitcase holds your clothes, your medication pack holds your stability. For seniors traveling solo, the difference between a peaceful journey and a stressful one often comes down to one simple thing: being organized with your prescriptions. Day 2 is the day to get meticulous. Today is about checking, counting, sorting, and preparing your medications, like a pharmacist setting up for a long voyage, because in many ways you are. Start with a master list. This should include every prescription you currently take, as well as any over-the-counter supplements, vitamins, or natural remedies you rely on. Write down the name of each medication, the dosage when you take it, morning, night with food, etc., and what it's for. If you have a caregiver or trusted family member, ask them to double-check your list. Now, count your pills. Are you bringing enough for the entire trip, plus at least 3 to 5 extra days in case of delays, missed connections, or emergencies? Don't assume you can refill prescriptions easily while abroad. In some places, even common medications require a local prescription, or the brands may be different and confusing. Create a daily dose organizer. Use a weekly pill box with separate compartments for AM and PM if needed. If you'll be gone longer than a week, bring 2 organizers, or use labeled Ziploc bags for each day. Write the date on each bag and slip in a note inside the first one. If lost, these medications belong to your name with medical condition if important. Contact emergency number. Pack backups smartly. Don't put all your medication in one bag, especially not checked luggage. Keep a small emergency supply in your carry-on in case your main suitcase is delayed or lost. Print your prescriptions. Ask your doctor or pharmacist to print a copy of your active prescriptions with your full name and the clinic ES contact info. Having this can be a lifesaver if customs agents have questions or if you need to show proof at a local pharmacy. If you're traveling internationally, check ahead. Are any of your medications restricted or considered controlled substances in your destination country? Will you need a doctor's note or customs declaration for certain medications? A quick online search or a call to your travel clinic can give you clarity. It may sound like a lot, but these details can mean the difference between smooth sailing and avoidable chaos. Also, don't forget your just-in-case meds. Even if you don't take them daily, bring essentials like motion sickness tablets, anti-diarrhea or stomach relief, basic pain relievers, acetaminophen or ibuprofen, allergy meds, especially if visiting new climates, topical creams for muscle aches or insect bites. Label everything. If you're carrying pills outside their original bottles, label bags clearly with the name of the drug and dosage. This isn't just for customs, it's also for you in case you forget which is which when you're tired or overwhelmed. And one final tip, set phone reminders for your medication times, especially if you're traveling across time zones. Your body may be confused, but your phone can keep you on track. Day 2 isn't about fear, it's about empowerment. When you take control of your medical needs, you're giving yourself the gift of calm. You're not just packing pills, you're packing independence. That quiet knowing that says, I've got this. Day 3, immunity and hydration boost. You're 3 days into your wellness countdown, and today, S-Focus is all about 2 silent pillars of senior travel health, your immune system and hydration. When we were younger, we could push through exhaustion, dehydration, or a common cold without much pause. But now, even a slight dip in immunity or fluid levels can derail an entire trip. This is not about stocking up on miracle supplements or trendy detox teas. It's about laying a foundation, a simple, steady rhythm of choices that keep your body strong and resilient when you're far from home. Start with your plate. Immunity begins in the gut. On day 3, focus on eating real, nutrient-rich foods. Add at least 2 servings of fruits high in vitamin C, like oranges, kiwi, strawberries, or papaya. Include leafy greens like spinach or kale, rich in folate and antioxidants. Incorporate a probiotic source like plain yogurt or kefir to support gut health. Add nuts, seeds, or legumes for zinc and magnesium. Avoid highly processed foods and excess sugar. They can weaken your immune system and cause inflammation that lingers longer than you'd think. Double your water intake. Most seniors are chronically dehydrated and don't realize it. Aim for at least 8 cups of water today, and more if you're reactive or taking medications that cause water loss. Set reminders if needed. Add a pinch of sea salt or a squeeze of lemon for electrolyte balance. You can also sip herbal teas like chamomile, ginger, or elderberry. These not only hydrate, but also provide gentle immune support. Consider gentle immune support. You don't need to flood your system with dozens of pills. Instead, talk to your doctor about a few proven supports. Vitamin D3, especially if you don't get much sun. Zinc in small doses, elderberry or echinacea as short-term immunity boosts before travel. If you're already taking these, great. If not, today is the day to buy or organize them. Prep your immune travel kit. Put together a small travel pouch with vitamin C or immune chewables, electrolyte packets for hot days or upset stomachs, a refillable water bottle, hydration tablets like Nuun or Drip Drop, herbal tea bags. Having these on hand gives you peace of mind, especially on travel days when you may not have access to fresh food or safe water. Manage pre-travel stress. Stress is a silent immunity killer. Even good stress, like excitement, can weaken your defenses if it disrupts sleep or digestion. Take 15 minutes today for deep breathing, gentle stretching, a short walk outdoors. Writing in a journal about what you're excited for. These practices not only calm the nervous system, but also prepare your body to travel from a place of strength, not stress. Today is about investing in your inner armor. When your immune system is supported and your body is well hydrated, you're more likely to enjoy your trip without interruption. Because no destination is beautiful if you're stuck in bed, coughing or battling fatigue. You deserve to feel strong, clear, and energized the moment your feet touch new ground. Let today's quiet care become tomorrow's radiant travel energy. Day 4. Footwear, posture, and pain prevention prep. There's nothing more disappointing than planning the perfect solo trip in your 60s, only to find yourself limping through it because of aching joints, sore feet, or an old pair of shoes that were never meant for cobblestone streets. That is why Day 4 of your travel wellness checklist is all about one of the most overlooked parts of preparation. Your feet, your posture, and the small changes that can make a massive difference in how you feel while exploring. Start by looking at the shoes you plan to take with you. Don't just ask if they look nice. Ask yourself if you can walk comfortably in them for hours at a time. Shoes that served you well on short errands might not survive a full day of sightseeing. You want a pair with non-slip soles, good arch support, and cushioning that absorbs shock with every step. If your favorite pair is more than a year old, check the insoles. Chances are they've worn down. Replacing them with new memory foam inserts can make even old shoes feel brand new. And if your shoelaces are fraying, replace them now. A $2 fix can prevent a dangerous fall later. Next, think about your daily movements. Whether you're planning to stroll through gardens, climb onto a tour bus, or simply stand in line at a museum, your posture and stability matter. Today is a great day to do a short 10-minute routine that activates your ankles and spine. Gentle heel lifts, toe raises, and slow ankle rolls can strengthen the muscles that keep you steady. If you're seated a lot, try some cat-cow stretches right in your chair to loosen your back, and a few wall angels to open up your chest and improve alignment. These tiny exercises may not seem important now, but by the time you're walking through an airport or boarding a boat, you'll feel the difference. Now, let's talk about prevention. Blisters, soreness, and fatigue are not inevitable. A small foot care kit can make a world of difference. Tuck a few blister plasters, a travel-size foot powder, a mini arnica gel, and some moleskin into your day bag. These items are light, but they carry peace of mind. You might also want to ask your doctor about a travel-size anti-inflammatory cream or medication if you sometimes deal with flare-ups from arthritis or plantar fasciitis. A little preparation today could save you from days of discomfort tomorrow. If you'll be using a day pack, now's the time to test it. Fill it with everything you'd carry on a normal travel day: water bottle, sweater, phone, snacks, and walk around your home or even down the street. Notice how it sits on your back. Is it pulling too hard on one shoulder? Does the weight feel evenly distributed? Adjust the straps so the pack sits high and snug between your shoulder blades. Poorly fitted backpacks are one of the most common causes of shoulder and neck pain while traveling, especially for older adults. And finally, if you use a cane or trekking poles, check their condition. Is the rubber tip still grippy? Are they properly adjusted to your height? If you're flying, keep a note inside your luggage explaining that these are medical aids to help you avoid delays at airport security. Traveling with ease isn't about being lucky, it's about being prepared. Your feet carry the weight of your journey, quite literally. Treat them with care today, so that tomorrow they can take you confidently, comfortably, and joyfully, exactly where your heart wants to go. Day 5. Travel insurance and emergency info. There's something thrilling about booking a solo trip in your 60s. It says, "I trust myself." It says, "I still have places to go and stories to live." But behind that thrill lies a quieter voice of wisdom, one that reminds us to plan not just for the good moments, but for the unexpected ones too. That's why today, Day 5 of your travel preparation, is devoted to something that may not feel exciting, but is absolutely essential: travel insurance and emergency planning. Let's start with travel insurance. It is not about expecting something to go wrong, it is about knowing you will be taken care of if it does. The truth is, even the healthiest senior traveler can encounter a sudden illness, a missed flight, or a lost suitcase. Insurance is your safety net. When choosing a policy, don't just go for the cheapest one. Look for coverage that includes trip cancellation, medical emergencies, hospital stays, lost luggage, and importantly, coverage for pre-existing conditions if you have them. It's important to read the fine print. Yes, even the boring parts. Does your policy offer direct payment to hospitals, or do you have to pay first and claim later? Does it cover emergency evacuation if needed? Some companies even offer 24/7 travel assistance hotlines where you can speak to a real person if something happens abroad. If you wear a medical alert bracelet or use mobility devices, make sure that's noted on your policy and ID, just in case emergency personnel need to know. Now let's talk about your emergency information. Even if you're only traveling a few hours from home, it's vital to have a few key documents printed and with you at all times. First, a one-page medical summary. This should include your full name, age, blood type, list of medications, allergies, medical conditions, your primary doctor's contact information, and your emergency contact, preferably someone who can make decisions on your behalf if needed. This paper should be placed in your wallet or with your passport. Also, keep a digital copy on your phone or email just in case. If you're traveling abroad, take a photo of your passport, health insurance card, and any prescriptions you need. Email those copies to yourself or save them securely in a cloud drive. If your bag is lost or stolen, having those backups will make your life 1,000 times easier. It's also helpful to carry a small just-in-case card in your day pack. It might say something simple like, "I have high blood pressure. My medication is in my left pocket. My daughter's number is Chautin Tabin Taxi Chak. In moments when your voice might not be strong enough to explain, this small card can speak for you. Finally, let's talk about who else should know about your journey. A neighbor, a friend, or a family member should have your itinerary. Share your flight numbers, hotel addresses, and when you expect to check in and out. Let them know when you plan to return and schedule a quick "I'm okay" text check-in every few days. This isn't about fear. It's about creating a web of quiet support around you. Solo travel in your 60s is a beautiful act of independence. But even the most independent adventurers need a safety plan. And here is the secret. Having these safety measures in place doesn't take away from your freedom. It adds to it. Because when you know you're covered, when you know your loved ones know where you are, when you carry the calm of being prepared, your shoulders relax. Your spirit lightens. You enjoy the journey not with worry, but with joy. Day 6. Packing smart for mobility and safety. You were just one day away from your solo adventure, and if you've made it this far in your preparation, you've already done more than most. But today isn't about paperwork or medications. Today is about what goes into your suitcase, and why every item you choose matters more than you think. Packing at 60 and beyond is no longer about bringing everything just in case. It's about bringing the right things, the smart things, the things that support your comfort, mobility, and sense of independence. Because when your bag works for you, not against you, your entire trip becomes easier, lighter, and safer. Let's begin with your bag itself. Choose luggage that's lightweight, easy to maneuver, and has 4 wheels that glide smoothly. If lifting is an issue, a suitcase with a collapsible handle and spinner wheels can make all the difference. Consider a backpack or crossbody bag with anti-theft features for your daily use. Padded shoulder straps, RFID blocking pockets, and a water-resistant shell are small upgrades that make a big impact. Now let's talk shoes. You might love a stylish pair of sandals or boots, but prioritize support. Bring 1 pair of sturdy walking shoes that are already broken in, plus 1 slip-on pair for airports and hotels. Avoid anything with slippery soles or high heels. Your comfort and safety are worth more than a fashion statement. And don't forget compression socks if you'll be flying. They help with circulation and reduce swelling. Clothing should be light, layered, and versatile. Choose fabrics that are breathable and easy to wash and dry. Roll your clothes instead of folding to save space and reduce wrinkles. Pack at least 1 outfit that makes you feel confident and another that feels like a warm hug, because some days you'll want both. As for mobility aids, don't leave them behind out of pride. If you use a cane, walking stick, or even a foldable stool, bring it. It's not a sign of weakness, it's a tool of empowerment. Make sure your aid is labeled with your name and contact info, especially when flying. Now let's turn to safety. Pack a small first aid kit with band-aids, antiseptic wipes, hand sanitizer, a thermometer, and any over-the-counter meds you might need. If you're prone to motion sickness, bring what helps. If you wear glasses, pack a backup pair. And if you use hearing aids, bring extra batteries. Technology can also be your travel ally. Carry a portable charger and keep emergency numbers saved in your phone with an easy-to-identify contact labeled ICE in case of emergency. Consider downloading offline maps or translation apps if traveling abroad. They're not just convenient, they're empowering. Lastly, don't underestimate the mental power of packing with intention. When you open your suitcase and see calm colors, practical choices, and a few personal comforts, you'll feel prepared, you'll feel cared for, and you'll know that this trip, this step into freedom, isn't a gamble. It's a gift you've packed for with love. Day 7. Mental and emotional grounding. On this final day before you embark on your solo adventure, there are no bags left to pack, no prescriptions to fill, no logistics to double-check. Today, your focus shifts inward, toward the quiet landscape of your mind and the beating heart of your emotions. Because no matter how strong your body is, it's your emotional readiness that carries you across distances, across fears, and into freedom. It's completely normal to feel a swirl of emotions before traveling alone. Excitement, yes, but also nervousness, doubt, or even a little loneliness. You may wonder, am I really doing this? What if something goes wrong? Or will I be okay on my own? Let me say this with kindness. These feelings are not signs of weakness. They are signs of courage, because you're choosing to do something new, something bold, something your younger self may have only dreamed of. Take this day to pause. Find a quiet corner of your home, by the window, in your garden, or in your favorite chair. Sit down with a notebook, or simply close your eyes. Ask yourself, why am I taking this trip? What do I hope to feel, learn, or release? What am I proud of at this stage of life? Write down your thoughts, no matter how big or small. This is your emotional checklist, one that matters just as much as your packing list. Next, ground yourself with a simple mindfulness practice. It can be as short as 5 minutes. Sit still. Place your hands gently on your lap and breathe slowly. Inhale calm. Exhale fear. With each breath, remind yourself, I am capable. I am prepared. I am allowed to enjoy this. It may also help to have one emotional anchor, a photo of a loved one, a small memento, a favorite quote, that reminds you of who you are and why this journey matters. Place it somewhere visible in your bag or journal. On hard days, this small thing will become your lighthouse. And don't forget connection. Even if you're traveling alone, you're never truly alone. Schedule a phone call with a family member the night before departure. Let them know your plans, share your excitement. Hearing a warm voice can settle any last-minute anxiety and remind you that support is just a call away. Lastly, give yourself permission. Permission to feel everything, to be unsure, to be thrilled, to take breaks, to change plans. This trip isn't a performance, it's an offering, a celebration of your independence, a gift to your spirit. So as you wake up tomorrow and head out with suitcase in hand, know this, you are not escaping life. You are stepping into it fully. With wisdom as your compass and courage as your companion, you are more than ready. You've made it through all 7 days. And now your suitcase isn't just packed with clothes, it's filled with wisdom, care, and intention. This journey you're about to take isn't just a trip on a map. It's a celebration of your freedom, your strength, and your right to move through the world with confidence. Every checklist you followed was more than preparation. It was a quiet act of love for yourself. So as you zip up that final bag and head toward new experiences, know this: you are ready. Not just with what's in your luggage, but with what's in your heart. Travel safe, travel wise, and most of all, travel with joy.